I found out my wife had been hiding hotel receipts and secretive texts. She admitted not seriously meeting a guy, so I told her family and I am thinking of seriously leaving her. I have been married to my wife, let's call her Jess, for 3 years. Everything was pretty normal until recently when I caught her in a lie that's made me question everything. Jess has been super secretive with her phone lately, always taking it to the bathroom, sleeping with it under her pillow, you know the drill. I confronted her, and she said it was just work stuff, but her tone was off. I found a hotel receipt in her purse. When I asked, she said it was for a work retreat. But then, I saw a text from a guy on her phone saying something like can't wait for next time. When I asked about it, she got defensive, saying it was just a friend and nothing happened. She admitted to meeting up with this guy but said it was not serious. Like, she actually used those words. She claimed they just talked, but come on, who books a hotel room just to chat? I lost it. I called her out for being so dumb to think I believe that. I mean, not serious? Really? I'm questioning if I even know this woman. Now, here's where I might be the I yelled at her. Like, really yelled. Said some stuff I probably shouldn't have, like calling her a liar and saying I was stupid for marrying someone so naive or deceitful. I told her family. In the heat of the moment, I called her sister and spilled everything. Jess was mortified, and now her family's involved. I'm thinking about divorce. I love her, but this whole not serious excuse has me doubting everything. Jess says I'm the asshole and overreacting. She insists it was just a conversation, nothing more, and that I'm blowing this out of proportion. Update, that phrase, not serious, kept replaying in my head. She seemed so casual about it, like it was no big deal. But to me, it was everything. My wife meeting another guy in secret wasn't something I could brush off. I felt like my entire world was flipped upside down. When we had that first confrontation, I lost control. I yelled, I said things I regret. I was hurt, and I lashed out. But worse than that, in a moment of anger, I called her sister and told her everything. It wasn't planned, I just couldn't handle the weight of it all. Jess was furious, understandably so, but at the time, I thought she deserved the shame, to be held accountable by someone other than me. Since that night, things have been tense, to say the least. Jess hasn't denied meeting the guy but insists it was nothing beyond an emotional connection. And she keeps saying that I'm blowing this out of proportion. But how am I supposed to feel when the person I trusted most in the world is having secret meetups? Whether or not it got physical doesn't change the fact that she betrayed me. The worst part is that we're barely communicating. I want to scream every time I think about that hotel receipt, but at the same time, I feel completely numb. Jess says it wasn't a big deal and that I'm overreacting. But how can I not react when it feels like the life I thought we were building is suddenly filled with lies? Since telling her family, things have gotten messier. Her sister called me, trying to mediate, but I couldn't even put my feelings into words. I wasn't looking for mediation, I was looking for understanding, for someone to tell me I wasn't crazy for feeling this devastated. Now her entire family knows, and while some are trying to stay neutral, there's this tension hanging over everything. Jess is furious I aired our dirty laundry, and in hindsight, I realize that maybe I shouldn't have. I regret pulling others into this mess, but I also don't know how to undo the damage that's been done. Jess has been keeping her distance, emotionally and physically. She still swears nothing happened, and maybe, just maybe, that's true. But the fact that she hid it, that she met this guy and lied to my face, that's what I can't shake. Trust is a fragile thing, and right now, ours is shattered. I've been staying with a friend for the last few days to get some space and figure out what I'm feeling. I thought that would help clear my head, but if anything, I just feel more confused. Part of me loves Jess deeply, and the thought of walking away from our marriage hurts more than I can explain. But another part of me wonders if I'll ever be able to trust her again. Every time I look at her now, all I see is that hotel receipt and those texts. It's hard not to feel stupid for not seeing the signs earlier. The secrecy, the defensiveness, it was all right there in front of me, and I ignored it because I wanted to believe we were solid. Now, I'm questioning if I ever really knew her at all. I don't know what's next. Divorce feels like a massive decision, but so does staying in a marriage where trust has been broken. I'm talking to a therapist now, trying to figure out my emotions before making any life-changing moves. I still love Jess, and I never thought I'd be in this situation. But love isn't enough to fix something that's broken. But I can't pretend like everything's okay when it's not. I'm just taking it day by day, trying to figure out what's best for me and for my future, whether that's with Jess or without her.